we had a high-quality live stream for once, a Joker James Bond hybrid, and so much more. Join me as I dive into the 2025 Denis Ten Memorial Challenger. But first, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more figure skating related content. Hit that bell notification button if you'd like to be notified that my videos are posted, because I'm not going to show up in your algorithm as much because USFS detests me and hit me with a copyright strike over a 2024 Cranberry Cup short, because we all know somebody watching a clip of a jump on a short will drive views away from their channel. I digress. The Denis Ten Memorial event is everything that figure skating should be pushing towards. A stream that was high quality, that we could actually see, and they came in clutch, because first, streams are getting taken down, then their channel got deleted, and they persevered and just made a new channel. They were not going to leave us hanging. Here are your podium placements for the women. Haein LEE came in first place here. Y'all, her dress was gorgeous, and this photo of her right here with the colors and the dress, just remarkable. I know I shouldn't have started there and should have started talking about her skating first, but I had to fangirl over the dress. For both her short and free program, they're both relatively clean. She definitely got less calls than all the other skaters when it came to some carrot cake galore. She put on 2 fantastic skates though, and really put her name in the hat to be one of the ones selected for Olympics for South Korea. However, I was just reading a comment on Reddit where apparently they don't take international results into account during their selections and will only consider the President's Cup and nationals, which is wild to me. But regardless, right now she's showing herself as I'm one of the head Korean women. Of course, Cheon Kim is likely injured and hopefully will be better by the time all this rolls around, so that might be a mini battle. She skated her short program to a version of My Way, a cover of it. It was okay. I don't know if that's her way of saying hey, I'm leaving after this. I'm not the biggest fan of this cover though, but she did skate very nicely and just felt very flowy. Yeah, her combo was a little wonky, but still a very good skate for this early on. And then Carmen, I like this program. She really sells me on it, and it was relatively clean with a call on her triple flip, but as part of the combo. But other than that, very solid outing for her. And then in the second place was Ahsun YUN from Korea. Although she did not have the cleanest skates this competition, she is such a beautiful skater, just so much flow in and out of jumps. In fact, one of my notes from her short program was how, she opened up with a pop, but then she did a double axel and had the most beautiful running edge out of it. There's something very satisfying about a running edge out of jumps. I don't know what it is. There's just something about running edges for me. And for her free skate, even though she fell on the triple loop, completely turned around and gave us the most satisfying triple loop, triple toe combination. And in third, Madeline SCHIZAS. So she came in pretty strong in the short program with only a fall on the triple loop. But her free skate, there was just a pop-a-palooza. And I hate to comment on this so soon, so early in the season, because it does seem like she does tend to peak later. However, she also historically has had trouble with pops even as the season goes on. So I will be intrigued to see how she does in the battle for the one spot for Canadian women, especially since the Canadian women have been really showing up strong. They are ready to fight in a parking lot for that spot. And we'll actually get to see Sarah Maud Dupree and Maddie at Canadian Nationals. So we'll see how that battle goes. Maybe if someone could just tell her, hey, this is a team event, because that girl loves a team event. Josephine Lee from America came in 4th place here. So she brought back her short program, and she always does seem like she's having a blast during that program, even if there's mistakes. On this one, there were some calls on her combo, and then she fell on her triple loop. Now for her free skate, it does feel like a more mature program. It though lit up like a Christmas tree on her protocol, just Q and unders left and right. So I think it would be an uphill battle for her to take one of the 3 Olympic spots for the U.S. women. I also want to talk about Li Zhu from China. So she came in 5th place. She really struggles with jumps. Beautiful skater. Just her jumps are very small and seem pretty kind of muscled through a bit, if that makes sense. What stood out to me in her free skate was, yeah, she fell on the triple Lutz, but then she powered through to do her combination. Now, combination was called at like a Q, but she still didn't let it rattle her, and then went on for the rest of the program to put on a pretty nice program. She's another one where it might be, though, an uphill battle for her to get a spot at the Olympics against Ruud Zhang, who did phenomenal at Chinese Nebelhorn. And also what I appreciated about this event was getting to see so many of the Kazakhstan women skaters. One that really stood out to me was Amira IRMATOVA. Yeah, a lot of her jumps got called, but this is my first time seeing her skate, and I really liked her free program. And so I'm really glad this competition just got to introduce us to some new skaters. Well, new to me, I mean, got to introduce me to some new to me skaters. And on to the ice dance. Now, this was kind of difficult to follow because at one point, the original channel got shut down. And so I had to scramble to find some of the rhythm dances. Now, I could find the free dances, no problem. Rhythm dances was a scramble, say the least. Here are your podium placements. In first place was Diana Davis and Gleb SMOLKIN. Their rhythm dance, that's an interesting one. It's to Pretty Fly for a white guy, and then Destiny's Child, and it goes back to Pretty Fly for a white guy. The costumes perplexed me a bit, but I think possibly what they're trying to capture might be like the 90s plaid grunge movement while skating to Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Wait, they kind of look like, when people go to like Greek festivals and they put on those like those coin things, and so you can belly dance. They kind of look like they're going for that fit. Anyway, back to their rhythm dance, the actual, content. I really do like their lifts. Their lifts are always spectacular to me. That's where I think they really stand out. Especially their one towards the end where he is basically holding her without hands, holding like around his neck, just the way I word things sometimes. And then for their free dance, what really stood out to me is I felt like for the free dance that I feel like this showed a lot of improvements in her skating. Now, it's not 100%, compared to all the other ice dancers out there, but I do think this was a surprise for me. In fact, what happened was I opened the stream and had to go backwards to make it to the free dance, which I did quickly because I didn't want this to be taken down before I could watch it. And there was a moment when I was watching on my phone, I was like, is that Diana Davis? So definitely see some improvements there. It will be interesting to see if Georgia can get a team medal, such as the bronze. I think it's going to be an uphill battle, though, because they are going against Italy in Italy. So that's going to be difficult. And in second place were the Browns. I feel as if their rhythm dance has been wiped off the planet. Like there's no videos of this. So this one, I had saw a video, but I guess it's gone now. I don't know what happened. Did they get rid of their headstands in their program for their rhythm dance? Because I could have sworn that was a thing. And then when I rewatched it, I didn't see this. I do remember for the rhythm dance, they looked fast. And it was interesting, though. There were parts where they looked really fast and parts where they looked like they were going much slower than usual. And for their free dance to The Godfather, this is a really neat program. I know they lost some levels. I'm trying to go back and see what levels they lost, but the protocols haven't been fully updated, and I can't actually get the website to work. They have really, really unique lifts in this free dance, and that made it very enjoyable. Just utterly satisfying lifts. But man, was someone going through their program with a fine tooth comb. And REITAN and MAJOROV, when you know it, they scored much higher here and put on the same wonderful skates that they put on, a Chinese Nebelhorn. It didn't get any funky calls here. So good for them. Fingers crossed they still get to make it to the Olympics, because I'm still bitter about that, and we'll talk about that until I am just done in life. And here are your men's podium placements. Misha, he came in first place here. So happy that he got to do that in his home country. His jumps for both programs are off the chains right now. So for his short program, although it's not my favorite, I do think it really fits him well. I have in my notes here, wow, that opening combo. So his opening combo was a quad lutz triple toe. And he just really just performed the heck out of this program, even though like you would think there'd be a whole lot of nerves because the crowd really, really enjoys him and they cheer him on. So I think maybe that helps. His free skate, he attempted 5 quads. You can tell he is ready to come for Ilya. Not only that, one of his combos is real calmly triple axel Euler quad Salchow. That was wild. It was just a really, really fun program. So he's skating to the diva dance, basically a Fifth Element program, and he just does it so well. Like his step sequence, that was just fun. Just everything about it. You could tell he's having a blast. I think once he gets some more outings and it just bakes a bit, it's gonna be so freaking epic. It's a really good program. And I predict he is a dark horse for the podium. And second place was Nika EGADZE. I feel like this may be one of the best times I've seen him, especially his free skate. He didn't look, sometimes he looks like he's skating as if like he's forced to skate, like as if somebody that really wants to do like, I don't know, tennis, but they're begrudgingly stuck in like soccer. He just reminds me there's just some movie or story about somebody doing. But anyway, he just never usually looks like he enjoys it. I feel like this weekend maybe something sparked him and he just enjoyed skating. And his free skate was probably the best that I've seen him also. And then there's Jason Brown. Y'all, this is probably one of the most exciting parts for me. First, when Jason found out he podiumed, he seemed surprised. And I'm like, did you not know you were going to podium here? But I could see he was probably thinking about the field that he was up against and predicting that maybe he wouldn't be able to compete with the quads. But he did his river dance program. Spectacular. I love this. Looks every bit as awesome as when he did it years ago. So I need to see this in person ASAP, immediately. And then for his free skate, his jumps were a little bit tight, but he still powered through. His triple axel, though, even though it got called, I think it got called at a quarter, I'm not 100%, or maybe even under. It's still, he's looking very confident with his triple axels. But overall, regardless of the jumps, this was just overall perfection. So excited for him. And as many of y'all know, Junhwan CHA dropped out because of boot problems. His short program wasn't great. In fact, after the short program was in 13th place and he made just some errors. So he popped his Salchow and then his combo was just not a combo. And I thought, oh my God, is he injured? We don't know 100% if he's injured, but what we do know, injured again, his ankle, but we do know his boot did not serve him well. So good thing he withdrew and didn't force himself to power through it. Oh, and how could I almost forget to talk about? So I was in the live chat for Denis Ten when Vladimir's program was going on, and it was wild. I appreciated in real time seeing everyone's reaction basically be about the same as mine, as what is this? So he's not a vampire. Oh, he's a Joker, but he's also doing James Bond. I kind of enjoy this level of quirkiness. It's bizarre, but it makes me laugh. And, if he wants to do the Nutcracker that transforms into something else, now the Joker that transforms into something else, there's got to be a space in this world for people like him. And I actually enjoy it. All right, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that brief rundown of the Denis Ten Memorial. It's almost time for Grand Prix season. And I am so excited as long as USFS hasn't shut me down. Okay, that was dramatic. See y'all next time. I'll go over the Budapest Trophy. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more figure skating related content.